Welcome back. Agencies get better grades on customer experience now from the Government Accountability Office. According to GAO, more agencies are sending more CX data to the Office of Management and Budget. Martha Dorris is president and CEO of Dorris Consulting International. She's former deputy assistant administrator in the Office of Citizen Services and Innovative Technologies at GSA. Martha, welcome. It is great to see you. What is the data that is most useful to agencies across government to send to OMB and to circulate among themselves internally and externally?
Well, agencies, first, it's nice to be here,
Thank
Francis. The data that's being sent to OMB is around trust, satisfaction, ease, efficiency, usefulness, and empathy. So that's really good. That's really good data. And the reason they're getting more data from agencies is the maturity process of customer experience through Section 280 of A-11, which requires agencies to, or the high impact service providers, to send that data to OMB. And so over time, over the past 4 or 5 years, more and more agencies have been able to make that information publicly available because there's been changes like through the Paperwork Reduction Act. So that's good data to get on the feedback that you're getting from customers, but data that really allows an agency to understand the service levels that they're providing to their customers is really important as well. And that data is not readily available.
What is the holdup for that being available? Is it not being collected? Is it not being collated and curated well within the agencies? Some other problem?
Well, agencies, and some are doing it better than others, but agencies are usually collecting that they should be using it to manage each individual program. And that's things just like even in contact centers, operational data, call wait times, call handle times, and they do measure empathy through the A-11 data, but so they are doing it. It is not collated in one place. Social Security was doing it through their security stat process, which is not happening at this time, but that's something that agencies should do, is think about and determine what success looks like, and then make it transparent to within their agency and to the public.
You anticipated my next question because customer experience was included in President Trump 45's President's Management Agenda. It was in President Biden's PMA. It would not surprise anybody, I think, to be in President Trump 47's PMA. What are the kind of the gaps for what agencies should know about what they're doing in CX versus what they know today? Well,
I think one of the things that happened, and you're right, customer experience was in Trump 45, the PMA, but one of the things that they did was they created a cross-agency priority goal also, which kind of moved us from customer service to customer experience, which was, to me, a big deal because we'd been wanting to do that for a long time. Among other things, GSA created centers of excellence around contact centers and customer experience. There were CX strategists, they're the ones that kicked off Section 280 of A-11. So I think we definitely got a good foundation going forward. I definitely expect that it will be in the next management agenda, especially knowing the focus on delivering, a government and services that the citizens expect, demand, and deserve, frankly.
The propagation of CX people all across the agencies is maybe the biggest difference between today and when you and I first met, maybe longer ago than we care to admit. And you were kind of the lone voice in the wilderness crying out about CX then. What's your sense of what maintains that momentum that has happened between that time and today when there are so many people paying attention to CX across government?
Well, I think we're actually seeing the results of the efforts. I focus on it a lot through the Service to the Citizen Awards and try to recognize it. I think we are at a point, though, with all of the cuts that have happened in the government where some of the customer experience talent is not there anymore. And so we'll see how that's rebuilt going forward, because I do expect that it's going to be a big rebuild to determine what those services look like going forward. But I think it's just many of the offices and the agencies have figured out that you can improve the way you deliver services, but I do think that there's still a gap in being able to document it and articulate the value to the leadership, right? It's not an easy thing to do in the government because funding is scattered all over the place, and pulling all that together in a way to tell your story has been difficult, and we've been working on that.
You mentioned the Service to the Citizen Awards. We have about a minute left. You've built that into something that is just tremendous, and people anticipate it every year. Remind me when it is again. It's a fall event, isn't it?
It's September 19th at the Waldorf Astoria.
And I will be there this year.
Yes.
Thanks to your very gracious invitation. What do you want people to take away from that? What makes a good submission for somebody to qualify for an award?
So what we're looking for is really articulated the results and the impact that you've made in the work that you do on your customers. And that could be internal customers as employees, but also the public. And that goes from, students to beneficiaries to taxpayers and on and on. So we're looking forward to it this year. It's going to be a big year.
It's great to have you on the program again, Martha.
Thanks, Francis.